Hey guys, this is Jimmy again. I have talked about hemp extraction lines on the last episode. Using the production lines, we can make hemp biomass into crude oil. In this episode, I'm going to show you the biomass first and then show you the step-by-step how to turn the crude oil into golden clear CBD oil. So the biomass my client use is pretty good, as we can see here. They have done a good job on separating the biomass out of hemp fiber and hemp seeds. All the material remaining in this bag are in high quality. They contains a lot of hemp flower and hemp leaf, which has pretty high CBD contents. You especially don't want any hemp seeds in your biomass. The hemp seeds contain seed oil which has no CBD in it. If you process a bag of biomass that has too much hemp seed in it, then you will end up with getting a CBD distillate that looks like clear and golden, but has very low CBD concentration. In that case, that bottle of CBD oil will not be selling at a very good price. So let's take a look at our distillation units. So before talking about the distillation line, we have to talk about how to polish and how to get your CBD crude ready for distillations. So right here, we are using a rotary evaporator to decarbonize our CBD crude oil. So in here, we have about 10 liters in this rounded flask that we got it from extraction line. And in here, as you can see, the liquids beneath the crude oil are yellow. So because we using heat transfer fluids in it instead of using water. By using the heat transfer fluids, we can heat up this units to 135 degrees Celsius, which will remove a little bit of ethanol out of it and also decarbonize it nicely. So here is our white fume distillation units, and our left is crystallizer. So we can, after we have distillates, we can transform the distillates into CBD isolates in this unit. So this is not a usual reactor that you see. We have a filter on the bottom, which is the white one, as you can see on the bottom. So that one will be filter out the CBD isolates out of the mother liquids. The mother liquids will be drained from the bottom, and the CBD isolates will be remain on the filter. As you can see here, here's the drain. So once you got your CBD isolates by lowering the temperature, you can open the valve and drain the mother liquids out of it. Okay, let's talk about how this white fume distillation machine work. So this machine will help us to transfer our crude oil into golden clear distillates. So we just finished the first runs of crude oil. Usually we run the crude oil through this machine 2 times. So this is the feeding tank right here. So this machine separates different components by using the boiling temperature differences. For example, your chlorophyll, your terpene, and your CBD oil all have different type of boiling temperatures. Also, there's some sugar and there's some small particle in our crude oil as well, and those things doesn't boil at all, so those can be separated by using this machine as well. So we had just finished our first runs. On the floor, we have 2 buckets. The buckets on the left is the polished crude oil. The buckets on the right is the terpenes and also some chlorophylls. So these machines can everything that have a lower boiling temperature will come out and falling into the right buckets. All the things that have a higher temperature will fall down to the left buckets. So in the first round, we set the main body temperature, the main distillation body temperature, into a temperature that the terpenes and chlorophyll will keep boiling, while the CBD will not boil. So we will also catch some of the ethanols in the system So in here we have two cold trap. The left cold trap is negative 30 C cold trap. The right cold trap is negative 80 C cold trap. And as you can see, the negative 80 cold trap is we can fill in the dry ice or liquid nitrogen in it to chill it down as well. So here we have a vacuum gauge, and we have a vacuum pump, dual stage vacuum pump on the floor. The first one is turbo pump. The second one is the normal oil vein vacuum pump. So the color in the right buckets is look pretty greenish, and the viscosity is very high, which tells us that it is the terpene for sure. And we're going to dump the left bucket back to the feeding tank and do a second runs. So in the second runs, we're setting the temperature so that the CBD will keep boiling, while the others are not. I mean the particles and the waste will not be boiling, so we can collect CBD out of the machines. So right now we are running this machine for the we're running the crude oil for the second times. So as you can see, we are feeding the crude oil inlets. So the machine is keep running, and we have the waste coming out from the left tube, and which dripping into the buckets. And this has and on the right we have distillates. So as we can see, the temperature is not, the color for the distillate is not so good because we just start running the machine. We haven't fine-tuned the machine yet. So I'm going to do some fine-tuning to make sure that the color looks much better. After a few changes in temperature setting for this wet film distillation units, the CBD colors looks much better than previously. I just changed temperature setting on the center coil for this units, and also a little bit of vacuum as well, make it look much better. This units can output about 5 liters of distillates per hour, and I can improve it a little bit more. Just change the heaters and chillers for this unit to upgrade it into a higher capacity, so that this unit can run a little bit faster. It can even run about 8 liters per hour if you have the right heaters. So that would be all the information I would like to share today. So we talk about distillation, we talk about crystallization, and my client is pretty happy about what he got today. And here we have the CBD distillates that I have run today. This CBD distillate looks in high viscosity, but because it is hot, after it's cooled down to room temperature, it should be close to solids. So if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up and think about a subscription. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye bye.